Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. And we're talking about real crimes again. So in today's today's stories, I am going to talk about some dumbest crimes that have been done around the world. So I'm going to start with South Africa. So in South Africa, in East London, um, yeah, it's East London and it's South Africa. So there was a man who was going door to door looking for gardening jobs. Yeah, he was going door to door looking for gardening jobs. So he go to a certain house and he knocked, and the owner of the house stepped out. And then, to his surprise, to the surprise of the owner of the house, the man standing outside asking for a job was wearing his pants, house owner's pants, and shoes, as well as a blouse that belonged to his fiancée. What a coincidence. So this man was shocked and was wondering, like, how did you end up without clothes? So actually the backstory about this is that this couple was actually moving houses. They were moving from one house to another, and they were keeping most of their stuff in the storeroom, at least the stuff that they were not using, like most of the clothes that they didn't really need. They had kept them in the storeroom. They had not like unpacked them into the new house. So the owner of the house, upon seeing that, okay, these clothes look familiar, these look like my pants, and these look like my shoes, and that looks like my fiance's blouse, he went to the back of the house, to the storeroom, and saw that it had been broken into. Yeah. So when he realized that it had been broken into, he also just pushed the door and went inside and realized that the place had been ransacked and looked like a lot of stuff had been taken. A lot of clothing items had been taken from there. So what did he do? He called the police and he tried to like stall the man so that he doesn't leave. So for a good 45 minutes, SAPS did not show up. Come on, SAPS. 45 minutes? No police officer? And obviously, he was trying to talk to this guy, trying to like negotiate on terms of payment, and while he really knew that the reason he was keeping him there was because they were waiting for SAPS. After 45 minutes or so, this man really starts to think, I don't think anything is gonna come out of this conversation. And he also figured, something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. This man is talking to me, but he's looking all suspicious. And he kept checking at the gate. Is somebody coming? Like listening. Is there a police car, siren somewhere? And then that's when this man realized, ooh, okay, I could actually be in trouble here. So he escaped. He managed to escape. But he was arrested like a couple of days later. He was found and arrested. And then he obviously took the police to the rest of his stash. How dumb can one be? Like, how do you go back to the crime scene wearing the clothes that you stole from the same house? Who does that? That's a dumb crime, right? So the second dumb crime that I have was done again in South Africa, but this time it's from Gauteng, Pretoria. So a certain woman parked her car in the parking lot and went into the mall to do her shopping. And she was just minding her own business, running her errands, and probably doing some shopping. Unknown to her, somebody had marked her car and was actually planning to steal the car. So this car thief swiftly moved into the car the moment this woman left, before she could lock it. But also, unknown to our car thief, the car had an auto lock system. So what an auto lock system does is, one, the doors could automatically lock if you surpass a certain speed limit, which could actually signal danger. Probably somebody's running away with a car, or somebody is being chased. So it could signal danger. So the doors will automatically lock. Or if you try to start the car several times, like you can set a limit of how many times you can try to start the car. And then if you fail to start it past the number of times set, it will lock. The doors will lock. It will lock you in. Just like if you attempt to use a wrong password a number of times on your computer or on your phone, it locks you out. Unfortunately, now for the car, it locks you in because you are inside and you're trying to start this car, and it also signals that somebody could be tampering with the car, somebody could be trying to steal the car. It's like a safety measure, which obviously has its downside. Like if you're in an accident and the doors automatically lock by themselves, you probably won't be able to open them. Okay, so this man goes in and he tried to start the car and passes the number of attempts that are allowed, and the car logged him in. So he was logged in for an hour and a half. The whole time he was screaming for help because now it's hot in the car. He's having difficulties breathing and he's sweating and he's thinking, oh my God, am I gonna die in here? And passers-by are looking at him and they're looking at the car and they're looking at him and they're just laughing. Somebody then called the police to come, and yeah, the police just waited around. They were just hanging around waiting for the owner of the car to come back and unlock. So after an hour and a half, the owner of the car came back, and her first reaction and her first words were like, "What are you doing in my car?" So yeah, what are you doing in my car? And she unlocked the doors and the men came out, obviously weak and all burnt, and the police were just close by and they swiftly arrested him. Like, what an unlucky day. Not only was he caught, but also spending an hour and a half in a locked car. Guys, windows closed, everything is closed. Whew. I'm sure he was really like burning and sweating and just saying, you know what, just arrest me, put me in a shade, give me some water to drink, give me some food, I don't care, do anything, just take me away. Just get me out of this car, Yeah, so yeah, that's one of the dark crimes that was committed in South Africa, Pretoria. Beautiful Gauteng. Okay, so enough about Africa. Let's move to Europe. So in Europe, right? Now we're going to Europe. We are going to the UK. So in Lancashire, there was an old retired couple. Right. This is 2014. So they went on a holiday and they didn't leave their house very clean, very tidy, because you know how it's like. You're going away on a holiday, you are packing and, you're trying to make sure you have everything. And so they left their house not very tidy. They went away on a holiday and they came back. And when they got back, they realized, okay, something is not right. This house looks very tidy. Everything is in place. And there was a burnt saucepan in the sink. Huh? Who could have done this? So anyway, because they are both tired, they just went up to their bedroom, tried to probably get a shower and rest. But to their surprise, there was a man in their bed. A Polish man in their bed. So then he was actually sleeping. He was resting, like honestly. And in their bathroom, they hung underwear, his underwear that he had washed. I'm sure he was like making himself at home in their house, right? So anyway, they called the police and he was arrested. And he pleaded guilty. He was charged with burglary and he pleaded guilty. And he said he had been in their house, and he had made himself comfortable, and he had nowhere to go. He was from Poland and he had moved to Leeds, but around this holiday time, he really had nowhere to go. So he just found this house abandoned and quiet, and he decided he was going to make himself comfortable. But he broke in, which is a crime, right? He didn't take anything. He even bought groceries, guys. He even bought groceries. He didn't steal anything. His offense was breaking in. That's like burglary, yeah? Otherwise, he did not take anything out of their house. He bought groceries, he made food, he cleaned their house. He washed his underwear, he took a shower, he was resting in their bed. I don't know if there was only one bedroom in this house. Like, why did he choose their bedroom? Maybe it was the most comfortable of them. So he decided to stay in their bedroom. So anyway, he was given 2 years sentence. And yeah, he was also ordered to pay £200. The sentence was it was conditional, on the condition that if he doesn't pay the £200, then he has to go in. If he pays the 200, he has a suspended sentence. So yeah, that's about this Polish man who made himself comfortable in an old couple's home, and they found him sleeping. He broke into their house and slept. Like, who does that? Now let's go to Australia. So in Australia, in Queensland, in 2012, there were two young men. Owen was 21 and his friend Kerry was 20. So one night they decided to go on a drinking spree. When they were super drunk, they went to the Queensland's Gold Coast. There they swam with their dolphins. After swimming with the dolphins, they let off a fire extinguisher. Why? I do not know. They were drunk. So I don't know why they let off a fire extinguisher. Probably just alcohol playing tricks on them. After that, they got away, or they went away with a penguin, and the penguin's name was Dick. So they took the penguin to their house. And the following day, they woke up hungover and feeling all weird. And then they realized they have a penguin in the house. How did we end up here? Where are you from? Who are you? Why are you here? And they tried to recollect what the events that had taken place the previous night. And probably they managed to stitch a few pieces together and realized that they had brought the penguin home. So they took the penguin and ran a shower, trying to put the penguin in water. And then they started feeding it. They tried to take care of it. That's what they told the court. They really tried to take care of the penguin until they realized that no, they were not going to be able to do that. And this creature was going to die in their home. So they decided they were going to take it away and put it in a canal, and maybe it would find its way back to its home somehow, which they did. But somebody saw it all. So the neighbors saw them putting the penguin in a canal, and they immediately called the police. The two boys were arrested, and yeah, they went to court and they pleaded guilty, and they were made to pay 1,000 Australian dollars each. Yeah, 1,000 Australian dollars each. Dick was taken back to his home in Queensland's Gold Coast. Queensland's Gold Coast, not golf, Gold Coast. So this was home to Dick. So these guys were made to pay that penalty, and then the penguin was taken back and reunited with his family. Who does that? Like, how do you get so drunk that you're gonna pick a penguin from, let's call it probably a reserve? You're going to pick an animal from the zoo and take it home because you're drunk? I mean, who does that? But anyway, the judge, after finding them, also told them that they should take less vodka next time. They should take less vodka. Oh, well, I would say they should stop taking it totally. So that's Queensland and Australia. So in 2012, a man called Mohammed Ashan was a commander of the Taliban. And he was being suspected of organizing crimes to do with terrorism and, in the US. So what does Mohammed do? Oh, yeah. So there was the police put out a wanted alert on him. They also put his picture there and a reward of $100 for anybody who had information leading to his arrest. And when Mohammed saw that, he decided, well, he had to take the $100. Like, why should anybody else take $100 for him when he could actually get the $100? So he walked to a police checkpoint and he pointed at the poster, the wanted poster, and showed the police and said, yeah, that's me. So I have information. So that's me. You can arrest me and you have to give me my $100, the reward. I need the $100 reward. So obviously he was arrested, and one police officer who actually spoke to the newspapers said that this man was an imbecile. Well, I think he was dumb, or probably was just tired of whatever he was doing and he needed a break. What better break than just being put away, you know? And then people just say, oh, you got arrested. Oh, you got arrested. I think he just got tired and he needed a break. So yeah, he literally handed himself over to the police. But then why claim the $100? Why claim the $100? Was it about $100, or was it about just maybe he was tired of playing hide and seek with the officers and he needed a break? That's my take. What's your take on that? Okay, so those were some of the dumb crimes that have been committed from around the world. I am yet to find something for Asia. As some of you might know, I actually live in Asia. So I'm yet to find something for Asia. I really hope to find something dumb that has been done in Asia. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and just stay safe, keep doing good. Stay away from crime, because if you do a crime, you're most likely to do the time. Be blessed and be safe. Goodbye.